That went so fast. Welcome to the March episode of the Dread Broadcast. I'm Tim. Jonathan can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. And tonight marks a major evolution for the show. If you've been with us for a while, you're used to our show and tell style segments. But as we've grown, we've realized that the best parts of this show happen when we stop watching the timer and actually start talking. So moving forward, we're ditching the timers. We're shifting into a kind of deep dive, unfiltered conversation format. We want more of our personalities, more debates, and more room for the kind of genuine conversation that makes the horror community so special. To help drive that energy, I'm thrilled to tell you about our core panel. These are the faces you'll see almost every single month to keep things consistent. They may miss an episode or three, but for the most part, they will be here every month. Starting off, she's been on the show once, and now she's going to be here every month. Jessica Lacy, author of Tastes Like Candy. Jessica, want to say hi?
Hi, not just Tastes Like Candy,
I know
fatally yours.
There's more, fatally more.
I'm escaping the carnival.
Which we're diving into that one next month. So yes. I know we're taking a deep dive to talk about Jessica's book next month. Yep,
I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. And Aaron, of course.
Yes. Hey, Tim. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. This is going to be awesome. I'm psyched for the new format.
Awesome. And then we have Shawn Baker from the Horror Vision. We have two Shawns tonight, so we'll try to keep that straight. But Shawn Baker from the Horror Vision, thank you.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Aleece and Tony from Gutted.
Hello. Thanks for having us back.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Kelsi.
I'm here. Yeah. You had to have me. No,
we have to have Kelsi.
I'm just joking. But I am happy to be here, so thanks.
Yep. And then Jillian from Rated Horror, who's feeling under the weather tonight, but she would normally be here. So we've locked in this crew to be our heartbeat, but don't worry. We are always keeping a few seats open for our friends and rotating guests who can only make a month at a time. Speaking of changes, we are also moving our long-form interviews to their own dedicated videos to give them the space they deserve. We are kicking that series off with a massive video from Morley Nelson, who we saw last month. He's coming back and he has something awesome up his sleeve for us. So, but tonight, we have a packed house. Joining our regulars, I want to welcome our special guest for the evening, starting with Shawn from Shawn's Horror Corner. Shawn.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
And Dylan from horror.cult on Instagram.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, guys.
Excited to have you both. Matthew, welcome back. You are familiar to the show, but welcome back to the new format. Matthew from Horror Madness.
Very glad to be back, guys. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All right, there's a lot to get into, so we're going to jump straight into the biggest story. Well, it's a pretty big story right now. Scream 7 has been a box office juggernaut, officially grossing around 200 million mark to become the highest grossing in the franchise. So, and for those of you who missed it in theaters, it dropped on digital today. But was the movie good?
What platform did it drop on?
Digital.
I don't like the one where you have to pay.
Yes, I think you can rent it on Prime or Vudu, now Fandango at home. Yeah, I think that's where it's at now. So how did we feel? I know there are some strong opinions about Scream 7. So I'll go ahead. At this point in the Scream franchise, I view them as adult Scooby-Doo episodes. That's it. It is just somebody in a mask running around, chasing people, and then at the end we get the mask pulled off. And honestly, in all honesty, for the past, I don't know, at least 3 Scream movies, I have the exact same emotional connection to who's under the mask as I do in an episode of Scooby-Doo. So that it doesn't take away the fun for me of getting to that point. So that's my take on where the Scream franchise currently is, the adult Scooby-Doos of the horror world.
Agreed. It's always fun. I feel like I always have a fun time watching the Scream franchise. I love the first Scream. It's one of my favorite horror films. So I think I'll always watch whatever edition they have. Was it terribly innovative? No. But did I have fun? Yeah, I did.
I think I've also gone to say that like the way that I view the Scream franchise is my favorite is Scream 1, obviously, and then my second favorite is 2, and then my third favorite is 3, 4, 5, and just kind of goes down the line. That's how I feel about it. Scream, when the Scream first came out, I was not a huge fan of Scream because I think I was in we were in junior high, sixth grade junior high. And I thought that it was like too mainstream or too, I don't know. I don't even know if that's true, but I was opposed to it. And it's like one of those movie franchise that I've come back to as an adult and love the first 3. The new reboots of them, I appreciate them, but I don't know if I have the same fondness that I do for the first 3, the Wes Craven Screams, basically.
Yeah. I will say I think Scream 4 is probably my second favorite. I love Scream 4. I feel like that one gets slept on, but that's a great movie. I agree. After this recent one, I went back and I went to watch Scream 5 again because Sydney's daughter. And I was like, I don't remember this marriage daughter life from the previous movies. So I went back to 5 to kind of see how much it was referenced. And I didn't see it referenced much at all. So,
yeah,
I think her children are referenced.
Halloween franchise.
Okay.
How many different kids did Laurie Strode have?
Yeah.
Roll with it.
Depending on which trilogy we're watching.
Yeah. Aleece, I think I cut you off. Apologies, sir.
No, you're fine. No, I'm sorry. I think I cut you off.
Oh, okay. I thought the ending was so implausible, but you kind of get that with the Scream. I think. Are we talking spoilers here? No.
Try to avoid it. You can mention talk about the end without telling who's under the mask.
The ending was implausible. I thought the sort of Annie Wilkes approach. Is that a spoiler? I don't know.
No,
and the one actor, I can't think of his name. He was in Empire Records from the 90s.
Oh, Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry.
Embry. My God. See, I'm almost spoiling it. I'm not going to say anything more. But he shows up.
He is in it.
Question mark. He's in it. And I felt so bad for that one kid who everyone said is a creep, and then his mother does something very bad to him with a beer tap.
Yeah.
Right?
That was one of the best moments.
Yeah, that was one of the best
moments.
Can I vent about the beer tap?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things that I liked about this movie was we had some good framing of the deaths. So the beer tap, we get a nice, after it's all over, we get a nice shot of the body suspended on the beer tap. Same with McKenna Grace's kill. We get a nice, very cinematic, dramatic shot. I liked that he did those in those movies. But my problem with the beer tap is it didn't make sense. If he is putting the beer tap through the back of the head, how is it coming out of his mouth? Because the spout is then stuck in the back of his neck. And that's something I'm watching that I'm going, I get we want the cool effect of the beer coming out of the mouth. Okay, well, show us how that happens instead of just putting the beer tap up the back of his head. It was actually kind of frustrating, but I was like, oh, cool visual, but I don't like how we got there.
Style over substance on
yes,
that one.
Exactly.
It was work. I mean, the kills were really cool. I generally don't like Scream movies at all other than the first one, and I actually liked the 5th one. Although I don't know if I went back if I would, but I think I just expected to hate it. And then I was like, oh, radio silence, and I liked it. I hated 6, and this one, I really liked it. And there was a moment early on, and Jessica knows what I'm going to say, but I won't spoil anything. But there's a moment really early on where something happens, and Sydney's on the phone with the voice, and it's like, you're just going to hide behind your voice, and then the FaceTime rings, and somebody's on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, they're not going to do Who's Behind the Mask this time. They're just going to completely bypass that and do something totally innovative and just say he's behind it. And then they didn't. And not only did they not, but at the end it was like, wait, who are these people?
Yeah. Who the fuck is that?
What's happening? Was this person on screen for more than 2 minutes?
Yeah.
You know,
I agree. There's kind of like, I don't know if you, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
We're gonna talk over each other.
I agree, Shawn. It had kind of this like, why do we care about these people who are behind the mask? And it had a kind of Hard Eyes effect. And I don't know if anyone saw Hard Eyes from last year, and I won't spoil who the killers are, but they poke fun at that, at the fact that like, who is this person? And I thought it was so clever. And then in Scream 7, we have that same exact thing, but it doesn't seem as self-aware as Hard Eyes from last year.
It's not. It's totally not. Like, Hard Eyes was making a statement. Scream was just doing what they always do. It's just Scream status quo, and that was disappointing because
So my thought on Scream 7. So I think when I sat down, I looked at it, and if I wouldn't have counted the final reveal, I possibly would have given it an 8 out of 10. So then I look at this final reveal where we really don't get much. Okay, this is probably the weakest reveal of the series. I take it down to a 6 out of 10. And then my final score, which I do agree, this was definitely some of the gnarliest kills we've had in the Scream franchise. But being an 80s kid, that CGI kills, man, that took it down to a 5 out of 10 for me, and ultimately just made it my least favorite of the franchise. I love seeing what you can do, but a big budget doesn't always sell me on a kill. I thought the concept, I like how they, like you said, the framing, the panning out, really showing us a lot of things, but the CGI takes me out, especially the importance to me from 1996 with Scream 1 is when we were getting nothing but paranormal and all this down our throats for about 20 years straight, Wes Craven brought the slasher back to mainstream. And that's the importance of Scream. And I just think in the last two, they're running out of ideas. And the framework with 6, I wish they would have leaned with the Skeet Ulrich angle. And the fact that just how it changed and they had to take him out really lost a lot of steam for me in 7.
So I've got to be honest. I'm seeing in the comment section quite a bit of slander towards Scream 6, and I actually really liked. We did a review of Scream 6 on my regular show way back when it came out. I actually really liked some of the things they were developing with those characters. That idea that Samantha could snap at any moment and be her father and just be a killer, I thought made her very different from Sydney and added a layer of tension to their storylines. Whether the movie itself was the best Scream movie ever, I'm not arguing that. No, it's not. But there were some great ideas there that I wanted to see come to fruition. And so I know that's part of why like there was the Scream 6 protest. Some people didn't go see it, because she was out of it for whatever. I do kind of want to see more of that. I thought that was a nice layer added to the Scream movies. So I'm going to defend 6 a little bit.
Well, when you make $200 million, did some of those people really just see it in secret?
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the other big one, I did not get a chance to see this one, but the other big one that came out this month was Ready or Not 2. Who saw that one?
Amazing.
All right.
I loved it.
Tell us It was on my list. I just haven't. The movie theater's 40 minutes away, and I saw 4 things this month, and I just get into the 5th one was like, ugh. So
that's some commitment.
Yeah.
Right there.
Look, let me take the first bite off this one. I have to say, I think Samara Weaving is the current Scream Queen. I think they did her a massive disservice at the beginning of Scream 6. So, but this movie, I will still give a slight edge to the first one. However, you have 3 iconic Scream Queens on the screen at the same time, and this movie was just fun from beginning to end. And in classic radio silence form, it gets gooey. So I loved Ready or Not 2. Here I come. It was a treat in theaters.
So my question as someone who hasn't seen it, I thought the ending of the original Ready or Not was a fantastic and unexpected twist.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that in the second one that's like, oh, that ending is really as impactful, or without revealing it? But the ending was the standout for the first one for me.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
That's all you're gonna say. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
It's
What's
good.
fantastic with the first one is you don't know if they're nuts, right? Because you can't
Yes.
get crazy
Yep.
and you don't know what's going to happen. So with the second one, they've already laid the ground rules. It's entertaining. If you haven't seen it and you like the first one, I think you'll like it. There are some brutal scenes in it where someone gets beaten way more than they should have,
Yeah.
and that was tough, and it seemed really the tone was off there. But it's entertaining. Maybe not as good as the first one, but they stick to the formula, and yeah, I saw it in theater. I had a good time with it too.
Yeah, definitely. When I saw the trailer, I was disappointed at first because I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like, they're just going to redo the same exact scenario a second time? But, Radio Silence, it's so interesting. All of their movies, I feel like the trailers get beat. I get beat with them over and over again. Like Abigail, I almost didn't even want to see it. And I saw it. I was like, oh, my God, it didn't ruin the movie at all. It was delightful.
It's a fun movie.
And it happened with both the Ready or Nots. And so I kept seeing the trailer for this one. And I was like, I know I'm going to go see it, but I can't believe that they're like, okay, you finish this game, we're going to do another one of the exact same thing. But they do kind of take it up a notch. There's still like, I feel like there's something I'm waiting for at the end of both of these movies that they didn't really give me, that another movie that maybe I'll mention later gave me, just like last week. So, but it's very fun. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a plug for Elijah Wood's character. We haven't seen it, and I'm bummed that we didn't see it before this episode. But I am excited to see it for Catherine Newton, Samara Weaving, Elijah Wood, and Sarah Michelle Gellar. It seems like an all-star cast.
I love Elijah Wood, from The Faculty to Lord of the Rings to Yellow Jackets. If anybody watches Yellow Jackets,
Yellow Jackets was amazing.
I love his character in Yellow Jackets. I can't wait for the next season. We're talking about the Stranger Things kids looking old in the final season.
Yeah.
The Yellow Jackets characters are all in their 30s now, so playing high school
they're
girls.
way too old.
Yep. But that's been a great show.
Elijah Wood, like, did anybody see when he redid? He's the star of the Maniac remake.
Oh yeah.
Is he?
It too.
Yeah, he's such a he's a weirdo that kind of like got his foot in the door conventionally, and then was like, now I'm in. I'm going to be super weird, and RLJE is part his, and I mean, so we got him to thank for Mandy and a bunch of other movies, and I don't know. I think he's really good for horror in general, and he's also just delightful always. I don't know.
He just
He
seems like a
played
genuinely nice person.
He played himself.
He's a
in an
national
episode-
treasure.
He played himself in an episode of the sitcom I Love LA. Fantastic. If you seek it out, it's really, really good. If you watch it with the idea that you're watching Clueless in their 20s, great show. Great show.
Sold.
Who said Elijah Wood is a national treasure?
Me.
Is that Dylan? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he is.
Protect him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and transition to Undertone. I think majority of us were able to make it and see Undertone.
I saw it today. I just made it.
yes.
Yeah, I just made it.
Okay, let's. I figured we would probably have more to say about Undertone and Dolly than the major movies. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Undertone, the podcast horror. Does anybody listen to horror podcasts, and not horror movie podcasts, but narrative horror podcasts?
Every single day.
Okay.
I love audio drama, horror podcasts.
Have you
stuff like that?
Have you heard of the Black Tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to that too.
Okay, this movie reminded me. It was making me think of the Black Tapes and the unsound.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. All right, go in.
I have like 200 under my belt, to be honest. Like that, that's all I listen to is horror stuff. So
I love that. I listen to all of your guys' shows when I can. So okay,
We loved their kind of behind the scenes moments in Undertone when she would be talking to her partner and they're like, okay, get into character.
I know we say that to each other now. We're
Now
like,
we say that.
Get into character.
I was thinking as I'm watching that, I was like, I don't get into character
Right.
for the show, but to me, I was like, oh, they're clearly playing, because she was playing that skeptic. So I think she was hyping up that skeptic, even though she was a skeptic. And I was surprised. I think what I really, really enjoyed about this movie is there's a whole like cast physically of 2 people.
Yeah.
But we do have some voices that makes it feel a little bit bigger. But I was impressed that basically one person carries this movie from beginning to end. And it was a pretty impressive performance. I don't know that I've seen her in anything else.
I don't think so either. One person, one location, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah, the sound in the theater, I think, made it worth the scene in the theater. Like, the sound design overall was so good. I was like, I'm actually really glad that I made the trip out to see it. It was worth it. I loved the creeping dread, the atmosphere. Of course, like, I don't think the premise itself is, like, completely revolutionary, but I still really liked it a lot.
I agree, Kelsi. It did amp up the atmosphere a lot with like the camera movements moving behind her, and you keep searching in the background behind her to see what's there. There hardly ever is anything there, and you're like, "What is that? Is that something? No, that's a fleck of dust." And
we were trained by Paranormal Activity to look for those things.
Yes.
I kind of think that's the beauty of this movie is you're so focused on listening and searching that when something does happen, it really affects you more than just say like a slasher or something like that. Your focus is so much on the movie that it freaked me out when I was watching it. So I loved it for that.
It like gave me goosebumps. Like I don't know if it's because I listen to ASMR, right? So like the sound design it's so good that's why I was getting goosebumps. I don't know, because you can get goosebumps by listening to ASMR and like tingles they call it. But anyway, I was like, is this like an ASMR experience or am I just freaked out? I don't know. I really can't tell you, but it was kind of creepy.
No, I definitely thought they leaned into that with like, hey, we are a podcast based movie, so they leaned into like the sounds of everything that was happening, and I appreciated that about it. And actually, I mentioned he had that Paranormal Activity kind of setup of like, you see that deep shadow is something about to move. He's doing the upcoming Paranormal Activity movie.
Yeah.
So he is slated to be the director of whatever paranormal. It can only be better than the last 4 in the franchise. So
okay. So this one's a tough one for me. I intentionally, anytime an indie film goes to the theaters, I make sure that I fork out my money, because indie film is definitely something that I love to support. And this is going to sound like I'm a massive supporter of this film, but I thought the sound design was amazing. I thought how they reenacted the podcast was awesome. I thought the single location and the lead actress were tremendous in this film. Unfortunately, I could not have been more bored during this film. I dozed off twice during the Undertone, and even the sound design could not save me from this film. I think my favorite part of that movie, unfortunately, was when the end credits rolled and I was able to leave. So, look, but I will say this. Indie film will continue to get my money because they deserve all the support and all the flowers. But Undertone just did not hit for me.
So I'm going to agree with you on a couple points. I actually thought the first half hour was rough. The first half hour was pretty basic. It was a lot of setup. I wasn't really intrigued yet. It wasn't hooking me. I was pretty scared throughout the rest of the film, though. I thought after that it really picked up. The ending, I had more goosebumps than I have had at a movie in quite a while. I couldn't remember the last time I was that like, man, I don't know how to explain it.
Oh yeah, no,
I can't tell the flashing behind me from the TV, but there's also a ton of lightning. Sorry, I'm distracted. I have a storm coming in, but it really freaked me out a little bit. My issue is the ending.
Yeah.
The very ending pissed me off. the very ending was enough for me to say, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but the very ending was enough for me to say, I don't know that I need to watch that ever again.
I don't think the creators told us how it ends either.
Precisely. My biggest issue with it is some kind of epilogue. It doesn't have to be a happy ending, but I feel like people really like to go for the Hitchcock endings where they shock you. But Hitchcock still concluded his story. He still ended it. So even, I always think of the classic Hitchcock ending as Vertigo, where she jumps out of the tower again and you realize, but that was the end of the story. We got all the answers we needed. This one, I was just like, who's dead? Who's alive? Nobody knows. I don't think they do. That's it. And that is my biggest frustration with this film. I was very...
That's why I loved it for that reason. I loved it. I love being able to think about it after, watching it again, seeing if certain things were there or not, and then you can just figure it out yourself. Like Skinamarink. I love Skinamarink too, so...
Okay.
I love
Skinamarink fans here too. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. I feel like, my criticisms of the film... I love the film. I love what they're doing. I love that like we got an indie film and with a major release, all that sort of stuff. I feel like it fell onto certain very basic horror tropes a little too much, and that actually made it not scary for me. I don't know what to really talk about without revealing any spoilers, but the sort of that end scene when it's ramping up and the it's like the little kid crayon drawings. I don't know if I'm
the frantic.
I don't want to mention.
Yeah.
Just like the way that the other characters in the movie move, I think was a good attempt, but it's something that was expected, especially because they showed a lot of the scares in the trailer, which is a little unfortunate. And I guess if you didn't see the trailer, then that wouldn't really affect you, but you're almost looking for it in, especially if you're a horror fan who kind of knows what's going to happen, then you're kind of already looking for it, and then it lessens the effect a little bit. I think that the movie could have had a really creepy ending if it leaned into almost has anyone seen the movie Presence?
Yes.
Yes.
If it did that, if it did that sort of a sort of a reveal like that, I think it could have worked really well for this movie. But yeah, in this case, I think the open-ended sort of ending or conclusion didn't quite land the punch. So I agree with those who were kind of talking about that.
However, seeing it in a full theater.
We saw it in Dolby too.
We saw it in Dolby, and I think the majority of the audience around us were a bit younger. So I think younger horror viewers were very immersed and sucked into it, and I was kind of watching vicariously through them to see when they would jump or when they tensed up or seemed freaked out. And I think it seemed very effective for perhaps newer horror fans or younger horror fans, and so I don't want to discredit that, because a lot of the audience did seem to be very they bought into it, and they were very immersed with this, and it wasn't as effective for me as something like Skinamarink, Dylan. I agree. I love Skinamarink, but I think it has something there. It just perhaps
it was really close. It was really close. The other movie that comes to mind that basically did atmosphere building masterfully is the Japanese movie Pulse or Kairo. And there's actually I think some scenes that have been borrowed from Pulse in a lot of movies that are like this, where it's sort of almost like a liminal space, an empty room, and you see a shadow on the wall or something like that, or you see a dark corner. And I think a lot of movies try to do the thing that Kairo or Pulse tried to do, but they need. It's I don't know what it is. It's the atmosphere is not quite there to really sell it. But I loved it overall, but it wasn't super effective, and I think that it fell into some kind of basic horror tropes for me. So
I totally agree about copying tropes. I just watched. It's kind of crazy because this is a movie from 2020, but I watched it last year, The Dark and the Wicked. It reminded me so much of that movie because I love that. I liked that movie a lot, but I think I'm going to end up giving them both the same kind of score or rating both of them around like 4, I think, because I enjoyed it, but like again, Undertone felt very much like The Dark and the Wicked, like it had done a lot of the same things except better sound design. A lot like actually less happened than in The Dark and the Wicked actually, but until the end. But yeah,
Dark and the Wicked is when she's chopping carrots and cuts her fingers off, right?
That part's cool, but I mean, like the dying
That's the
family
one that's burned
member.
in my brain.
That part was great. Like it could, like a lot more happens with The Dark and the
Yeah.
Wicked. I think you get a lot more payoff. But in terms of a family member dying, kind of like settling on a shot of the dying family member for a long period of time, just that kept reminding me of that other movie. I was like, yeah, I get it. They're dying. It's scary, and they're gonna make it even scarier by like making this whole extra element to it.
I genuinely like horror movies that leave an open ending where it's at the perception of the viewer. Undertone, I agree. Someone said earlier that, well, the ending was what it was, and I don't know if I need to watch it again. I'm still looking for that horror movie like the ending from The Thing, where people are still talking and debating the ending of The Thing 40 years later. Like, when you have that kind of impact in an ending that's open-ended, left open for discussion, I'm all for it. I'm down for those kind of movies. But yeah, the Undertone just, I don't know why. It just left me flat with that ending, and like I think again, yeah, the tropes, how it opened. But again, if they could do something like that with that sound design like they did, that was, I think, the massive win for that film. I thought that was impressive what they did with that. Definitely added to the tone and the atmosphere. But yeah, that ending left me very empty.
Did anyone else think of like, especially for 90s people, white noise or frequency or anything like that? I couldn't help but think about those movies when I was watching Undertone.
Okay.
A little bit. I just want to say I loved Undertone. I got chills in it. It was probably the best theater experience I've had in a long time. At one point, I thought someone was standing next to me. I even looked to my right because of the sound, the way the sound was bouncing around the theater. And I think the sound design, what they've done really clever here is what you don't see is often scariest. I'm getting chills right now just trying to remember
Exactly.
it.
Yes.
That one scene when the screen goes black and all you can hear is the scariest sound.
Which time?
God, well, I don't know. Toward the end, there's one long moment. Where
Yes.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my God, that really got me. And in the moment, I thought, this is fucking awesome. And I just had a great time with it. And I was okay with the open ending. I don't know.
Okay.
I loved it.
I want.
My 2 cents. What's that?
Which theater chain do you go
Which
to?
theater chain, Aaron?
AMC.
Oh, okay.
I'm an
We're also
AMC.
AMC people.
Why, where do you go?
A-list,
you
man.
do too.
Yeah, A-list, man. A-list is fantastic.
A-lister.
Roll up like
Is that why,
Nicole
wait, is that why
Kidman,
we're
right?
on the panel?
You
Is
have
that
to
one
be an
of the
A-lister.
prerequisites?
Yeah, it's a perk. It's a perk. Okay,
I
I'm
don't even
actually.
have an AMC by me.
AMC is the only thing I have near me, other than a small mom and pop theater that doesn't play R-rated movies.
Oh, wait, Aleece and Tony, what theater do you go to? Is it AMC?
AMC, yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little bit spoiled. We're in Southern California, close to Los Angeles, so we have like the pick of the litter. We can go to like 10 different.
But the
AMCs.
one in our town doesn't have the best AMC, and so I'm wondering if maybe you had an AMC that actually had like a more.
The
I don't know.
recliners.
It was fantastic. That's all.
Okay.
Gotta have the recliner.
Yeah.
And I
Heated
think
seat.
it's going to. I'm going to say one more thing. I think it's going to lose quality when we watch it at home, even with our
Yes.
surround sound.
Yeah.
I was actually
Absolutely.
curious, like what the experience would be like if you're watching Undertone late at night with the lights off and you're wearing headphones. Like
Yeah, that's
sometimes
not- yeah.
headphones will have
Like a
have
podcast. Yeah.
interesting effect. Yeah, and you're podcasting at 3 a.m. like in Undertone. That was the one thing that got me. I was like, wow, she's really dedicated to this whole spooky vibe.
She's committed.
Yeah,
I'm-
3 a.m. podcasting.
I said no spoilers, but I do want to dive into potential spoiler conversation. Actually, full spoiler. So I'm going to put this up. If you want to dip out now for a couple minutes while we discuss the very ending, who I know not everybody saw this, right? So we'll try to leave it still a little bit vague, but I want some answers. Okay.
You can't spoil this. I don't think you can spoil the ending.
I don't think you can either because it doesn't really
It's
end.
about the movie and everything up to the ending. That so I think you're okay.
So the demon wanted babies.
Yep.
So why does the demon possess the mom and not the daughter who is pregnant to get the baby?
To push her down the stairs.
I think the mom's.
I mean, that's what I think happened. I mean, that's what I think happened.
It was so ambiguous at the end that I'm just like, I want to know why these, and maybe a rewatch will show it to me, but I'm like, what is this connection? Because in the movie, she's only like 6 weeks pregnant. Is that what she says? So like, it's not even a baby yet, and this thing
And
is
all
used
the
to
other
having...
examples were like 5 months people.
Yes.
Like people who had their babies killed or they killed themselves. It was about 5 months. So I don't know where the connection is there. I think that's why she couldn't do it herself. That's why I think the mom got possessed and was like, yo, you going down the stairs. I mean, that's just, I think that.
Yeah.
You're going
Like the daughter was possessed, though. She did seem like she had a bit of like not herselfness going on.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the mom wasn't really real, and I think the daughter was the one being possessed the whole time. That's why she's drawing with the crayons and stuff. In one of the shots, you see what looks like an urn in the darkness. I think she's having a psychotic break. I think that's the real thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I did notice that urn. I noticed that. Yeah.
So now I want to...
Mom's been dead the whole time.
Dylan just made me want to go back and watch this movie, a movie that I said...
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Movie that I said I didn't want to see again. Now I do. I want to pick that up.
It'll be great at home with headphones. I had trouble with the ending, but I really enjoyed it. And like Aaron said, well, like a bunch of people said, I mean, it did. I got goosebumps. I thought they did a really good job. You can do a lot with good sound, and they really put like a lot of thought into it. And I just felt like they did, like all of the kind of things we're talking about, like was it the mom, I don't think they knew. I think they, I don't even think it's necessarily the filmmaker's fault. I think they had a budget, and they made a really good film and got to the end, and they're like, it reminds me of Kevin Smith's Red State a little bit, where it's like,
Red State's good.
Like, oh my God, but you can't do the ending because the point of the movie is that the budget is small. So everything, there's the moment where you think you're going to see something, and then it's like, well, no, you're not going to see that. So, but at home on headphones in the dark, yeah.
I can't wait to show it to my low tolerance horror siblings. They like horror, but they don't like it like I do. So
I got one more for you. Put on VR glasses too. VR glasses, headphones, and then watch it. See what happens.
I feel like I'd be turning my head with that camera. I'd be
yeah.
I have one more question about what you guys think about the ending. Do we think that the people in the tapes were somehow connected in some weird time frame with the podcast? I can't remember her name, the main character.
Yeah, because they mentioned that they live in like her same town, and that they kind of just kind of dropped that a little bit.
Yeah, and she's like, "What street do you live on?" And it seemed like it could have been near or around where she lived. Was there some sort of connection in a weird time jump sort of way with our lead podcaster and the people in the tapes?
There had to be. I mean,
Right?
the coincidence of the town, there had to be. But they didn't really, like, they put that there and it dangles. And that's one of the things where, like, I love ambiguity in horror, but there's a certain ambiguity where I'm like, you didn't think that through, or you didn't have the whatever to actually, like...
They did have the answer.
Yeah, and I just kind of felt like that, like, because, I mean, how could it not? It would have to.
Well, see, that's why I mentioned the presents thing, and this might be like I don't know.
We won't spoil presents.
Won't spoil presents.
It's got spoilers up there. So
there's like a thing that's just about like having a connect, like that ghost presence is connected to her in a way that is almost like warning her.
Yeah, and time is just a construct, and
so I don't know. I thought that could have been an interesting angle with how it was building up, but they just kind of dropped it.
It makes me wonder, after Dylan said the mother was probably already dead, it makes me wonder if those voices are demonic manipulation targeting her specifically to make her think that it's local and make her think that she can't escape it. So, and that's one of those that like, we'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
I think I've seen it in like.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Kelsi. Go ahead, Kelsi.
I was just gonna say, what are the odds that like the Baba Black, whatever the heck, the song that she was singing to her mom is the one later on the recording? It's like, yeah the more I think about it, maybe she was dead the whole time. I was just like, there was a drawing already by the mom's side table. That's why I was like, oh, the mom's definitely the possessed one at the end. But maybe it was never her. Maybe she was dead the whole time. So that blew my mind. That's a good observation.
Paul made another good catch. Yeah. The other podcaster couldn't hear over the mic what she was hearing. So
Right. And that's I thought he was like gaslighting her the whole time. He's like, do you hear it? Don't you hear it? And she's like, no.
Yeah, so did I.
All right. Okay, so I'll take the spoilers off, but I do recommend, even though I said the ending was very frustrating for me and I wasn't loving it, I do think everybody should see this movie at least once, and definitely try to go see it while it's in theaters. It was one of the scariest experiences I have had in the theater in a while. It definitely had me going. It's also like, I don't know if it's the town I live in, but maybe I'm just getting old. And I want to watch a movie at home because I saw 4 movies in the theater and somebody talked through 3 of them in every theater. And in Undertone, it was the people directly behind me. And I don't know, it drives me crazy.
Yes.
It's not just you. That's right. Yeah, that's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it is awful. We saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze re-release that came out. My wife and I made a whole day out of it, but we went to see that, and like halfway through, this group of like 5 comes in, and they're on their cell phones in the back, and I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me! You paid $15 for this ticket, and you sit back there and you don't pay any attention, and you ruin it for everyone else. That is why making it out there is rough sometimes. But out of the 4,
if they came halfway through, I bet they didn't pay for a ticket.
That's true. They came out of something else and popped in.
Theater hopping.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna blame them, but it's true. That's what I think they did. Out of the 4 movies I saw, Undertone had the most people in the theater, and I saw it a week after it released. So Dolly, Scream, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Undertone was packed. Everything else was like 4 or 5 other people. So definitely check out Undertone, but let's talk about Dolly.
Nice.
Jaw dropping. I've been waiting all day to say
I think this is the one that I hooked a couple of us with. I was like, hey, I saw your Dolly review. Get in here.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed I didn't see
Dude, where's
it.
my car keys? Dude, where's my car keys?
I also think Dolly is another one that you can't really spoil too much. I don't think there's like a twist ending to spoil on this. So
And it is available on streaming now.
it is. I was going to check.
It is.
Is that on Shudder? Was this one a
It
Shudder?
was available on Amazon last night, but it does have a Shudder title card.
Yeah,
on
it'll
it,
be
so
on
it will
Shudder
be.
soon.
It's a Shudder, yeah.
They usually put it out like to rent, and then they put it out like on the streaming sites a little bit later. Is that how it works?
So you can rent it on Fandango at home right now for $9.99. I actually
Same price on Amazon.
Yep. So
It's worth the price.
this is really okay. I'll be honest. I think that I will probably like Dolly 2 more than I liked Dolly.
I agree. I agree.
Yes,
Why?
there is so much about Dolly.
What are they calling it? Dolly Dearest?
That's actually a good name.
Dolly,
Period.
do we
Love
get
your taglines.
follow it with Dolly Deadest?
Yes.
I liked a lot of the premise, the setup. I really liked the character of Dolly. I think Dolly was really fascinating. Really played extremely well by a wrestler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Is it a man
I'm
playing
pulling it
Dolly?
up. Yeah, it's
It
a
is
man.
Okay.
It is Max the Impaler.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Max the Impaler plays Dolly. He's fantastic. His body language throughout that movie is excellent. I knew what Dolly was feeling and thinking without Dolly ever saying a word, and with a mask covering the face.
Yeah.
Like, the performance was impressive. Yes, I loved that about Dolly. But I realized watching this film, I am not a fan. I'll watch them. I am not a fan of the protagonist getting kidnapped and then watching the protagonist go through a series of events for the next 45 minutes to escape the antagonist genre. That's not my favorite thing. The bit of the cat and mouse, I'm just like, meh. I don't really, it loses some suspense for me, even when there's suspenseful moments. And then also, I got a Sean William Scott's character. My theater laughed out loud when he woke up. Like, multiple people in my theater thought it was hilarious.
That was brutal.
It was brutal, but I was like, no way.
You're being uncomfortable. You kind of laugh, right? It's
Yeah.
a natural reaction to it. And then it just, my gosh, that was horrific.
With Dolly 2, I want to see a higher body count for sure. That's I think a higher body count in Dolly 2, and I'm sold on it. Just give me more fodder for the shovel. That's what I want.
So, Dolly was one of those movies. When I was covering Fantastic Fest last year, that I watched all 5 opportunities of that screener. I just couldn't get enough of Dolly. And I like when we get a unique slasher. It seems like so many people are just trying to riff off of art now, that Dolly just seemed kind of fresh for me. But another movie that's kind of underrated, that's kind of a backyards and has a baby face that people don't talk about, is The Hills Run Red. I love that movie. I don't think it's spoken about enough, but Dolly, like you said, the movements were very very in your face. Like, the brutality, the way Dolly just, how Max brought that character to life, I enjoyed that film. And then obviously, my jaw was on the floor during a certain scene. And that was just, again, just something that was, it's tough to watch when you see it on the big screen for some people. Obviously for us that have watched a lot of horror movies, it's not as bad, but it is uncomfortable. And I thought they sold that scene really, really well in Dolly. But I was very pleased with how they did the ending, and definitely teased at a sequel. I'm definitely going to be there for Dolly too. So that was one I was glad to support in theaters when it re-released.
So I'm trying to see if I can find his post about it, but like, wasn't the director actively sick while filming?
Because of the material?
They filmed it in Tennessee, in Chattanooga, and they were being hounded by like mosquitoes or something. Aleece and I actually went to a Q&A with one of the producers and the lead actress. Sean William Scott was supposed to be there, but he canceled last minute, so we didn't get to see him.
He had childcare problems. But I don't know about the director. I do know that the lead actress was constantly had a lot of the elements attacking her, tons of bites and whatnot.
Yeah, it was like a super physical role.
Poison oak. I think they were getting it eaten up by poison oak.
They were really out there in the woods, and they were filming out in like an abandoned house. They were telling about these stories, how if you film out in a place like Chattanooga, then the whole town is like really into the production, and they want to like help out the production. So when they're doing location scouting and talking to some of the local people, they're like, hey, we have this like really creepy warehouse thing that's abandoned, like come check it out. And they're like, yeah, we would totally want to film here. But filming in a place that's like really like raw and doesn't really have any stuff like that, they ran into a lot of just like technical issues with, people getting poison oak, and they're actually like out there in the woods, just like crawling through the woods.
Sean William Scott's biggest fear was getting ticks on his butt.
Ticks, yeah. They're battling the elements. So they're really doing it for this indie film. So that's actually a pretty cool layer to hear stories like that too in the production.
I'm more afraid of Lyme disease than I am ticks.
Oh my
but
God.
I know it's,
Well, and then
it's a
and then you have
vessel.
Dolly saying, "Here, drink this." So what's worse?
Oh, another cool thing is they
I'm
said that
lactose
a lot of
intolerant.
their-
No milk.
A lot of the set design in that house was just stuff they found lying around this like abandoned house that they filmed in. So they found like all this like really creepy stuff.
I believe that, and I think
Like
that's one of
Session
the,
9.
that's one of the things I really loved about the movie. I watch a lot of like urban exploration and abandoned videos on YouTube, and that's one of the things I really liked about this movie. But this is the post I found from Rod Blackhurst, who directed Dolly. And the post says, Dolly comes out today, and I'm going to explain exactly what I mean when I said I made this film for my family. I credit Fred Durst, who we met 3 days ago, with telling me about a measure he uses in his life called QTR, quality time remaining. I'm 45, and my QTR matters now more than ever, so fuck it, I'm sharing. He says he was born with a disability. It's consumed his life. Others have it worse, though, and so he's always tried to manage his relationship with his broken heart. He delayed having open heart surgery to replace 2 valves from 2024 to October 31st, 2025, so he could finish Dolly and find a way to get it out into the world. He pushed his health to the brink on that timeline, but I had to, he says, because I needed to make this film for my family, to create something I could own that could provide for them in their lives if I didn't make it.
Wow.
He's an awesome dude.
That's me, like,
seeing that. Yeah.
sign me up for the physical release when it's ready. Like, I'm supporting. That is just awesome. That is awesome.
Dang.
So yeah, you know that he's like serious about this movie, braving the elements, braving his own like personal struggles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that was just super impressive. And like I said, I think I'll like Dolly 2 better than Dolly 1, but that's just a personal preference on what I like to see in my movies. I kept seeing it called a slasher, and I didn't feel like it was a slasher. The body count was way too low for me to consider it 3? I think the body count's 3 in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially Texas Chainsaw Massacre. To me, like
That's
when I was watching the
true.
theater, I was saying like this is, and in like a non-dig way, this is like the best ripoff of Texas Chainsaw Massacre I've ever seen. Like in a way that, in a way
the
that,
ending,
like,
right? The
in a
ending was
negative way,
great.
like it has a positive, like all of the, just like the tone or the like the setting and the backwoods element to it, the character of Dolly itself, like all of that sort of stuff was very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, the end scene, same, you know, without spoiling.
Direct
same.
homage.
The end scene reminded me of the end of In a Violent Nature, just driving away.
Yeah, it definitely shared DNA with that. I was surprised. So the wood stuff was cool, but what really got me on this, like, falling in love with this movie, I swear to God that Rod Blackhurst, the director, has to be a fan of Puppet Combo's video games, because everything in the house reminded me so much of like I mean, I don't know if anyone here knows the Puppet Combo games, but they're like 16-bit and they're all mostly first person. And like you're going through a house trying to avoid something, you hide under the bed, you look through cabinets for clues and stuff. And they're usually dilapidated settings, and it just really felt like that had influenced it, and I really liked that. And then but Max just really there were so many moments where I was like, I feel like they were like, Barbarian did something, but we're gonna do that like times 1,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another homage.
Mother.
I definitely got the Barbarian stuff with the father keeping his secret daughter stashed away. Yep. All right, so have we exhausted Dolly? Do we have more to say about Dolly?
I'm good.
Kelsi, did you prepare a list of book recommendations for us or not?
I was going to show you guys some cool ass covers with dolls if you want to see them.
So let's do that, and then we're going to watch the In a Violent Nature trailer together and react to that. So.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right, well, if you guys want to see cool ass covers, I will show you some. If you're listening and not watching us live on YouTube, well, one, you should watch live so that you can next time, so you can comment live and we can see what you're saying. But if you are just listening, I would say Google these so you could see the covers. I'll tell you the name and the author name. So this is Dolly's by Pat Graverson.
I'm gonna make you big.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I won't be startled if you tell me and warn me.
Because we gotta see the covers.
Yeah, like
there we go.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me go. I'm gonna get close here.
That's a
look at this.
Those are
that kid looks like Macaulay Culkin or like
Isn't that great?
Culkin.
Look,
Nice.
so good. Anyway, this is from, just in case you're wondering the year it was published, 1990. And Zebra Books, these are known for having outrageous covers. Does it actually have dolls in it? Probably not.
Probably not.
I was gonna ask if you've read it. Was it as scary as the?
No, I have not
creepy as
read
the
that
film?
one. I'll tell you which ones I've read if I've read any.
Okay.
This is Annabelle by Ruby Jean Jensen. I have no idea if this has
I own
anything to
that.
do-
I've never read it.
I've never read it either, but I
Yeah.
have read other Ruby Jean Jensen. They're
Yeah.
slow burns, so if it does have a doll, it's going to be a slow burn. But this is a great cover. I have it in a plastic bag because I really like this one.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I really like that one a lot. Here's another one I just found. Stone Dead, She's a Living Doll by Ellen Jameson, or Jameson. No, Jameson. Stick, stock, stone dead. Kiss me goodnight and put me to bed. Stick, stock, stone dead. Say it again and I'll chop off your head. I love the backs of the books. They're so good.
This sounds like the nursery rhymes from Undertone.
Look at the flames in
Can
the
you do it
eyes.
backwards?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you say
glad
it
you
backwards?
zoomed in because there's some
can't.
fantastic detail in the face there.
I know
Yeah.
the flames in the eyes, the cracks in the
Yeah,
doll's
yeah.
face.
Cool.
Such cool shit. Oh my god. All right. So sorry, I own these and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this cover in a while. It's been hidden on my shelves, so it's kind of cool to see them. Second Sight. This is by Cecilia Bartholomew. Bartholomew. When you're beautiful and blind, there is a terror worse than the darkness. It's second sight. Look at the water droplets.
The
Oh, she's
water
crying.
Cool
I'm
touch.
So yeah, same thing on the back, nothing special there. But I
Poor
have
doll's
read
been
this
through it.
one. This is not a doll, but it's a toy. Toy Cemetery by William W. Johnstone. I will advise, once you read any W. Johnstone book, you've read them all. If you're going to read one, read this one. Grady Hendrix, who wrote Paperbacks from Hell, actually gives away a lot of what happens in here, but it is worth experiencing for yourself. Is there crazy, disgusting incest? Yes.
Oh,
or
God.
like thoughts of incest? Yes. There's not enough toys. I will say that's my big criticism. Also, people's names are repeated 1,000 times on the same page. It's like the worst written book ever, but it's also so bad you can't
Love
look
that.
away. I have a love-hate relationship with this author because I've read like 5 of his books and I keep saying I'll never buy more, but I keep buying more because they
Then you
look
do it.
so cool. Yeah. And then also I keep reading more. This is the same author who's had like an orgy in one of his books and like they all get eaten by roaches and bats. There's 2 different books. One, there's killer freaking roaches, the other is killer bats. Both of them have orgies. One time they say, oh, he took her dog style. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He took her dog fashion. That's what he said.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I don't
Oh,
understand
very
why
different,
he writes
very
this
different.
way.
That is a
Kelsi,
very different
I want to say I
context.
love how much you bookmarked that one for
Yes.
not being a good book.
It's probably because like bad shit happens and I'm like, this is terrible, like in terms of it's written poorly, but you can't look away though. Like, I don't know.
I was gonna ask, do we even want to know what the color coding is and what each little tab means?
It was random. It was just like whatever like stuck out to me, like, oh, here's a crazy part where the dad is like, oh shit, I wanna do something crazy and I'm gonna say your name 40 times. And I know there's this one part where they're all in like a mental institution trying to escape and it like lasts forever and I'm like, this is the worst book ever, but also it was the greatest at the same time, if that makes sense.
I have to say 2 things. I don't know if you have it ready on your stack over there. Didn't Grady Hendrix himself write a book about dolls?
Yes.
He How to Sell a Haunted House.
How to
has
Sell a
doll.
Haunted House.
Yeah,
was
and that's
a little
great
doll
book.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
And then the other one was that you mentioned once you've read them all. Read one, you've read them all. I feel that way about Riley Sager. But
Oh yeah.
I still read every Riley Sager book, but I feel like he just has like an ad libs thing, and he just swaps out like it is always an unreliable narrator with, okay, fill in the traumatic event in the past. Okay, got that. Change the setting. Everything's the same. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like William W. Johnstone, but better. Sorry, William W. Johnstone is shit. Like, I'm sorry you're dead. I apologize, but sorry, whatever, wherever you are. Anyway, I loved How to Sell a Haunted House. That one's definitely. In fact, I think my review, if you look on Goodreads for that book, is I feel like this is his ode to Toy Cemetery, because if you look at any of Grady Hendrix' recs for Paperbacks from Hell, he will recommend Toy Cemetery. It's in Paperbacks from Hell, the book. It's in any time anybody asks him, what is your 5 favorite Paperbacks from Hell you've read? He will always say Toy Cemetery. So to me, I do think he took a lot of inspiration from Toy Cemetery for How to Sell a Haunted House. That's just my opinion. When I read it, I was like, this is totally his ode to, like, but with more toys, because Toy Cemetery actually lacks a lot of toys, sadly. Go figure. I don't know. Anyway, just quickly, look at this toy doll in this kid's hand. That's pretty cool.
Oh, they got the little beady eyes.
It does have beady eyes.
Yeah, the glowing eyes is cool.
Is it by Ned Flanders?
Yes, it is. No, I know it is.
Oh, Eric
That would be great. The Forever Children by Eric Flanders. Witch Child. This one has like a creepy. She's
Oh my
holding a
god,
doll.
that's beautiful.
Isn't it amazing?
That's a good one.
I just got this one. I had
They
to get
don't
it.
make covers like that anymore.
They don't.
AI can't do that.
Except for one cover artist that we know of.
I agree.
Yep.
That is great.
That's not even true anymore. There's now Fathom is now doing new books that have
Fathom
covers
is
that are,
doing
that are
great
awesome.
things. Yeah.
Fathom. Learn Fathom. Just hint, figure out who Fathom is if you're a fan of mine. And Terrorcore is doing books
I agree
also.
with both of those statements. They're both doing great things right now with publishing and cover art design.
Okay.
Last one,
Yes.
Nelfs. You could see she's got a little doll there, but it's a friendly doll. But this is one of my favorite covers ever. It's not about dolls. I have read this one. This is about, think Smurfs, kind of. So similar cartoon characters. They come to life, and they start terrorizing this little girl named Heaven. And they're like, yo, Heaven, your mom's a bitch. Your mom's a whore. And every time I talk about this book, I always quote, I swear that's in the book a lot of times. And poor Heaven's like, oh, why are you messing with my mom? Like, why are you insulting my mom? And then more develops from there. So the first, like, I don't know, 10%, it's not the greatest. Because the mom's all worried, like, am I doing enough for Heaven? Oh, well, I'm divorced, and, I'm not the great mom, and she's having a bad life. But after that, it gets great. Once the Nelfs come out of the TV, and they start to, like, harass Heaven, and they're like, hey, your mom's such a whore, Heaven. And then Heaven's like, no! And then...
What year was this written? Like 1987?
The author is on TikTok. His name is Sidney Williams. He's great.
Oh my god.
This is from 1991. I do feel bad because one of his TikToks was like, everyone comments to him like, yeah, man, I love Nelfs. When are you gonna write something new? And he's like, the last 10 books I published, and he like showed pictures of all of them. So basically, like, everyone remembers Nelfs. But I swear to you, I think I've made this book popular a little bit again, because I started talking about this 3 years ago when I read it, always quoting your mom's a bitch, your mom's a whore, because it is the best line in the whole freaking book. And I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but I gotta say the ending of this freaking hits so hard. There's a character historically who you're like, when you find out who he is, you're like, oh, F! Oh, shit! Like, this is crazy. All I gotta say is, this has a new edition out. I think you should pick it up. It's on Kindle. They do have a new, like, paperback version with this same cover art. So I definitely say you could search it on Amazon. You could find a new copy. There's an audiobook as well. I highly recommend it. Ooh. Get through the first little bit with Heaven's mom, like, complaining about, oh no, I'm not doing a good job. And then you'll get into the Nelfs cursing out Heaven and her mom, and it's great. And then the ending packs a punch. And not dolls, but cartoon characters. I hope that's okay. It's kind of related. That's my last suggestion.
Make sure you're looking at under books on Amazon, because I just typed it in and I got a whole bunch of recommendations for shelves.
What?
So it was recommending shelves, even though I typed in Nelfs correctly. But
yes, GNELFS, Nelfs, and it's great. I can't highlight it enough. I will forever promote that book.
The Kindle edition is $2.99. People, I want to read it. I want to read Nelfs, but
I hope you don't hate it. I like it.
Kelsi, you should be doing the audio book, or at least the voices of the Nelfs. So, I mean.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would have loved to have done the Nelf's voice. That would have been fun. Alas, they did not contact me. That's my last suggestion. Not exclusively doll, but I guess kind of kid toy, kid related like. So hopefully it counts.
Oh, it counts. It connects to Dolly beautifully. And then, like I mentioned, the ending of Dolly reminded me of in the Horror Visions review of Dolly, Shawn mentioned this other movie that I loved what you called it, Walking, the movie.
The Henry David Thoreau adaptation.
Yes, because that is how I felt about In a Violent Nature. Unfortunately, I thought that movie was boring. It made me realize that what I love about slashers is the people who are dying. So that is what it taught me. But I will say this trailer looked pretty good. So to help with copyright, this is something new to the Dread broadcast. We don't normally react to trailers live on it, but in order to help with copyright, we will pause it fairly frequently. We can jump in, talk about certain scenes as we go, but I'll try to stay on top of that. And then it's, in all likelihood, it could end up getting cut out later, but we'll see. So let's go for it.
Love all the puns in the trailer.
These are deleted scenes from the first movie. I don't think this. No.
Seriously?
No.
Oh, you're kidding. Okay. I was like, oh man.
No, I think I went on a hike after watching the first one, and I took a bunch of short videos of just the woods in like a really grainy filter, and I posted it to the Averages Instagram, and I said, "Oh, we got an exclusive look at deleted scenes from In a Violent Nature." But,
there we go.
okay, I will say I love the character. I do love the character, but I need to like the people, or like, I don't know if like is the right word. I need to hate and root for those kills. Like, I need to have a little bit of that setup, you know, who's falling in love on this trip. So I'm really, the yoga kill was classic, of course. The yoga kill was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I by putting the focus on our killer, I thought that was innovative, new. I liked that idea for a slasher film. So I'm really curious to see how they elaborate on it with this one.
Got your eye on any of these girls around here?
What the? I'm already in summer camp. I love summer camp slashers. I'm more excited for this one than I was for the original. I already like it more. I don't even know how it ends, but it takes place at summer camp. I already like it more.
I saw Johnny.
If this is a prank, you need to tell me.
He's gotta go now.
What was that reference?
I'm not.
Night of the Demon? The Yeti movie? That's what that reminded me of.
It reminds me of Friday the 13th Part 2 when Jason pops through the window with the potato sack on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. But I was thinking Final Girls. Have you seen Final Girls, the horror comedy?
Oh, yeah.
They're all in the cabin and he comes through the door. It's just like that. I can't wait. I love the first one.
Dude,
even with all the walking, right? You just need
the walking was
cardio.
great.
cardio is
cardio.
Cardio.
They need to do what
There you go.
They need to do what they did with the long walk and put treadmills in for people on this movie, and they have to walk the whole film too. Some of these, just the setups, like we don't get to see the whole kill here, obviously, but ripping that person off the vehicle with the chain, it looks. I'm excited for this.
It does seem like they are going away from the extended walking scenes, but I bet you they'll have at least one or two.
Yeah.
They have to.
But it seems like there is more focus on, even just that shot, that POV shot of that lady who's saying, like, we have to, like it.
Yeah, we got more of, camper POV. I loved the first one, and I do love that we didn't get to feel so much for our, central, or not central characters, but the protagonists. I love that the audience, we were with Johnny the entire time. We were the, the slow and steady killer. I thought it was so clever and fun.
And I love the monologue at the end with Lauren Marie Taylor from Friday the 13th Part 2.
Right.
It's just fantastic because you don't really know where it's going.
Yeah.
And she delivers it so well. I wonder if they'll do something similar at the end of this one.
See, I can't argue with any of the things you said. I think, Aleece, great points. I loved being, like, in the killer's kind of like on his shoulder the whole movie. Right. I thought that was really clever. Unfortunately, I wish I liked the movie more. I wish I loved it. I thought there was a lot of great ideas, much like Dolly, where I feel like there's a lot of great stuff going on, and the second one's gonna be better. That's what I'm thinking. Well, because I also Friday the 13th is my favorite franchise. I love Friday the 13th, and I don't think the best movie is the first one. So I
can see that.
I like the second one over the first.
I like the second over the first. I love 6 over all of them. 6 is the best. 6. Jason Lives is the best, but I'm going with Jason.
What about 5?
My favorite is 5. I'm just gonna go out there and say that right now. I'm big on the comedy aspect of
5 jumps the shark.
Yeah.
What? Isn't that 6? 6.
5 or.
Because I often think that Friday the 13th Part 6 walked so that Scream could run, because it's the one like the smiley face kill on the tree, and it's the only Friday the 13th with kids at the camp, by the way. And there's that one where like the kids are hiding under the bed, and the one looks at the other one and is like, well, what did you want to be when you grew up? And like the 6 is so funny. I love the 6th one.
The RV kill is great.
New Beginning.
Okay, you're talking about New Beginning.
The one that most people hate, but with
the one that's not actually Jason.
Yeah,
I think Fake Voorhees is still on watching. I saw his comment.
Yeah, Fake Voorhees has been in the comments here. But I actually.
Frank's son, what's up, man?
5 is so. The beginning of that movie is so mean-spirited. I struggle with it sometimes. It's so mean towards that one kid.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually do like the mystery of like, hey, it's not actually Jason, it's someone else. I think the 3 Tommy Jarvis films are my favorite, all 3 of them. But anyways, that said, I can't wait for In a Violent Nature Part 6. So I'll be here for all of them. I might not have
Johnny
loved the first
Takes
one.
Manhattan.
Yeah, I might not have loved the first one.
Manhattan, that's right. Johnny Goes to Space, all those.
You know
Johnny X.
What concerns me about In a Violent Nature 2 is that the trailer looks awesome, and I'm definitely down for the summer camp and everything. Like, the trailer got me excited. But I think something that a lot of people were torn on was the amazing sound design and the lack of soundtrack from the first one. I thought, like, if you talk about sound design, you hear when Johnny's stepping on a twig, like, you hear the slurping from the yoga scene. And when I saw the trailer for the second one, even though I was hyped, I was also a little disappointed because I feel like they're going to get away from that a little bit. So, again, I will be waiting to see it in theaters, but I genuinely think that was something that was underappreciated about In a Violent Nature that I really loved. Like, the lack of the soundtrack, the sound design, and just the almost like you truly are seeing the POV, like you're looking over the shoulder of Johnny. I feel like that will be lacking in part 2.
I agree. I mean, aside from the rhythmic whistling in that trailer, which I loved, but in the first one, yes. I mean, every time it came on Shudder, that instant play or streaming live TV, the Shudder live TV, I would just sit there and watch it and listen because it was almost soothing, and I loved just that journey with Johnny. And I feel like it made it so much more unsettling at the end when we lose Johnny, and you're like, oh shit, I'm no longer safe. I was so safe this entire time, just watching him methodically go about his day, chopping people, killing them, ripping their limbs off. I felt comforted because I was with him, and then I lost him, and I felt very tense. And I thought that was done very effectively.
You saw Johnny's daily routine. Like most of us start with coffee. Most of us start with coffee, but I like you mentioned, it is kind of like an ASMR video. Again, bringing that back, in a violent nature. It's like I also watch random hiking videos sometimes because I can't travel as much as I want to, but it reminds me of that. Like, oh, cool, we're watching this guy hike, so that's fun.
Win-win.
All right. Do we want to watch the Scary Movie trailer from the Wayans brothers?
Yes.
Let's watch this one. Let me get it pulled up.
It's very highbrow.
It's, you know what? I need this kind of comedy back in
for
theaters.
sure. For sure.
I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Immediately we have Frowning Jason. I love the mask under a mask. I'm sorry, I think it's so
ridiculous.
Funny.
And then they get taller, right? It's so crazy.
It's fantastic. It's immediately so funny.
Shit. My God, he stabbed her. Not her. My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them.
We back.
I think it's so funny. I think that's a great way to kick it off. I love immediately pulling in Hard Eyes. Like, hey, we're gonna be modern and pull Megan, Hard Eyes, pull some from some of the recent successes. I think that's fantastic. Like we said, the mask under a mask. But I also just love like another layer that I think is so funny. It's like, is that like real life on the subway? Because nobody cares. Nobody cares. This guy pulls a knife on this girl and nobody's paying any attention to what's going on. Or like, I'm just trying to get to work. Like, I think it's so funny.
I can't be bothered.
Yeah. I got places to be, man.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
Tuesday, I'm so sorry.
I've been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we have...
So based on this here, I'm getting that she is Laurie Strode from Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that's where they're leaning into with her character.
Years.
Yeah.
Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we hug?
I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there. We heard tell of a Halloween party.
So we've got
Sinners.
Yep, we got Sinners happening. Sinners was good.
We're here to
Looks
drink,
like
play
the
bad
Scream
music,
House.
do some half gay shit.
It does sound like the Scream House. I gotta go
Do
back.
some half gay shit.
This this is one of the funniest jokes in the whole trailer to me.
We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Oh no, I can't show. This isn't the edited one. Crap.
Oh, yeah, what was she holding?
You saw blurs. There is nothing there.
Plungers.
Can't tell her.
Plungers. Yes.
Get out.
Yes, get out.
Yeah.
And Doofy's back.
Doofy's back.
Doofy actually never left. I've seen Doofy like around horror conventions on social media.
All the
all over
conventions.
Yeah, Doofy never left.
Stop smiling! Run, bitch,
So I was surprised to see Weapons in there already.
Yeah.
The Stuff was my favorite movie the year it released. What was? Oh yeah, Long Legs. We get
Long Legs. That's a reference. And what's the name of that character again? With
Mr. Hansen.
Mr. Hansen.
I'm glad Mr. Hansen's back.
Who is that? Art the Clown.
And of course.
You probably have to skip past this if you like. There's going to be some testicles coming up.
Yep, I'll see if I can see how close I can play this one. So,
Mom,
okay, we got.
Santa gave me a severed arm. Be sure to thank him.
We're
gonna right on it.
There we go.
Great.
Yeah.
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
Every line will be crossed.
I've never been a huge fan of the Scary Movie franchise, and I might be more excited for that one than any of the others because it's been such a long time since we had a horror parody that just went all out. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, it looks fun.
The ovation that this trailer got at when we went to go see Scream 7 was like insane.
Was it Scream 7 or Undertone?
No, it was a Scream 7.
It was,
Yeah,
okay.
because it premiered at on fan night of Scream 7. And they showed it at AMC theaters. For AMC at least.
Well, cool. I love the little connection there that the working title for Scream was called Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So I love that is just where and I'm pretty sure the first one was a parody of Scream, was it not? It was kind of inspired after that. Yeah, that was when I was really young and my mom wouldn't let me watch this stuff, but I remember all the trailers vividly because I wanted to watch this stuff. I remember it all.
I just love that Anna Faris and Regina Hall are back. I loved the first two, and it's mostly because of them and the way their characters interact with one another. It's such a silly franchise, and they're silly movies, but the two of them will bring me back to see Scary Movie 6.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Okay, I have one more trailer. Do we want to do that, or do we want to skip forward? The one trailer I want to talk about, that I had was Faces of Death, which was a recent trailer release. Do we want to do that one, or do we want to move on? What do you guys think? You can tell me.
We're down.
Okay. I'll pull it up. Because I gotta tell you, I'm not a snuff horror fan.
I have thoughts about the new one.
Okay. Well,
we should watch it then. I want to hear your thoughts.
I want to hear them, yes. So I want to hear your thoughts, so let's get into it. Here we go. I wonder, is there a green? Should we do the red band? Let's do the red band. Why not?
Oh, God, the red band's pretty graphic.
Okay, well then maybe.
So definitely.
Definitely do it.
Yeah.
Where's the green band?
Yeah, you don't want to do the red band one.
The green band's only 50 seconds. Okay, we're doing the red band. This is okay. Let me get it. I need Jonathan here to help me get everything set up behind. Okay. Yeah, strong, bloody violence and gore, sexual content. It's got the whole
package.
Yeah, the whole novel.
Family fun.
Here at Kino Moderation, we protect people. The young, the innocent. When you come across content that violates policy, flag it and move on. You may be tempted to look into it outside of work, but don't even think about it if you can help it.
So immediately, the Faces of Death wasn't like a coherent storyline, correct?
No.
Nope. It was just a bunch of videos.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of videos of people dying.
Yeah.
Dead people. Yeah. So
there was like a through line though, right? It was like a Dr. Death or something like that sort of like set up all the videos in the beginning. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. That's actually one of the first horror movies that I saw as a kid.
Damn.
Well, I mean, not by choice. Not by choice. I was being like harassed by my older cousins who were like always trying to just scare the shit out of me, and they showed me Child's Play, and then later they're like, watch this movie. This is gonna really scare you. And it was Faces of Death. I was traumatized by that movie. I couldn't watch it again until I was like 30 years old.
You know what the opening to this trailer reminded me of, and where I kind of checked out instantly? I don't know if anyone saw this movie last year, but it kind of went under the radar. But it almost opened up like the trailer for a movie I thought was really good called American Sweatshop.
Oh, no, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. A lady gets a snuff film, and she's in charge of kind of shutting down or passing it through. And it just reminded me a lot of the trailer to American Sweatshop. But obviously it ramps up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I feel like somebody on the broadcast recommended American Sweatshop at some point, or maybe that was another thing I watched. I don't know.
It's a good movie.
Now it is time to witness the many faces of death.
What's up? I've been seeing these videos, all based off this old horror movie called Faces of Death. Do you think this could be
meta? It's a meta remake.
Yeah.
That would be the way to do it, because otherwise you think to yourself, like, what's the point of remaking Faces of Death? You know?
Exactly. There is no point.
Well, because
there's no point. Yeah.
I guess technically it's not a remake. This is Faces of Death, the movie. Where, where the other one was a documentary.
So it's like Anaconda and Anaconda.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Anaconda.
Exactly.
Wait, so is Jack Black going to be in this?
Jack Blackson.
Jack Black does show up. No.
Is it Jamaican Jack Black from I Know What You Did Last Summer too?
Oh no.
Yeah. So the original Faces of Death did have actual death in it, correct? Not all of it, but some of it.
There was always a thing that, like, I remember there was a thing that it was fake, because then I remember Traces of Death came out, and I never saw any of them, but I was very aware of them in high school in, like, the early 90s, and the whole thing with Traces of Death was, Faces of Death is all fake, this is real.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those things that's kind of lost to legend now, I feel like. They put the original Faces of Death on Shudder recently, and I was like, maybe I'll try to watch it for the first time. I turned it off in like 5 minutes. I'm like, I don't need this in my life.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
I don't care for that kind of
same
at all. I don't care for it. I watch enough true crime. I don't want to watch this.
I'm super into like extreme stuff like that. So
yeah,
Faces of Death. Yeah, it's the fake real. It had the hype behind it. This is when we watch it. I'll say more thoughts, but it's just not leading me to believe it's going to be great.
Right.
Well, let's get back to it.
the real executions?
Would Jack Black showing up make it better?
Honestly, maybe.
Yeah.
I love Jack
Leave
Black.
it up. Support the trend. That is the first rule of content creation. Give the people what they want.
This portion makes me feel like it's a slasher now.
Yeah, they're introducing a killer, almost like they're doing a Scream kind of thing, where it's like someone who's a super fan of Faces of Death becomes a killer and
is filming them. Yes,
for social media.
Which
yeah, exactly.
It's been done. So.
You need to listen to me about these videos. I need to do something.
It is the attention economy. on me. And baby, business is booming.
I love him.
I'm excited for Billy.
Yes, I love him. Sorry.
Wait, who is this
guy?
Is it the guy from
Billy from
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
Billy from Stranger
Stranger
Things. Yeah, who dies
okay.
in season 3. He's the one who he's
wow.
Max's brother.
Wait, that's him?
Yeah, that's Max's brother.
Yeah.
The one without his mullet.
The
without
Red
his mullet,
Ranger.
you barely.
Yeah. He was in
Red Ranger.
Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Not Ready
Yep.
or Not. The Christmas movie. Oh my God. I
Better
forget
Watch
what it's
Out?
called. Better Watch Out. Yes.
Better
that's
Watch
it.
Out's fantastic too.
He's the little boy.
No, he's one of the
No.
boyfriends that gets hung.
Oh.
Yes. But yeah, I always just every time I see him, I just remember that pool scene in Stranger Things season 3 when all the moms are thirsting after him as he walks up. But I mean, he's great. I have the same music taste as him in that movie, so yeah. I'm sorry, that's the Red Ranger there, but
Yeah, I was like, he is also the Red Ranger, one of the best Power Ranger movies.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he was in the Power Ranger movie.
Many faces of death.
What are you watching?
Want to see?
Is that Charlie XCX again?
I think she's in it. Yeah.
Was that Charlie XCX right there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't care. I'm gonna go see it. That's all.
I
Yeah, I'm gonna
do.
see it
I'm
too
gonna
for
see
sure.
it.
Yeah.
So, this is my take. Obviously, as growing up as a horror fan, I tried to watch a lot of the extreme horror and stuff that, like, the movies that a lot of people don't talk about. And one that I'll never mention, but Faces of Death was one that, when I watched it, you know, the myth behind it was they paired a bunch of, like, live deaths and, like, real deaths on these movies and made a franchise out of them. And then, you know, you come now to this trailer and I'm like, the myth of that has kind of been busted. And do we really, I mean, in retrospect, the Faces of Death movies weren't that good anyways. They just have a cult status. So do we really need a remake or a meta film of a movie that just isn't that good? It hasn't aged well, in my opinion.
So I do want to hear Dylan's thoughts on this in a second, but like you said, to me this is kind of like so Faces of Death was like the murder version of the porno cassette you found in your uncle's stash. So it's just like you don't want anybody to know you have that.
Wait,
you
say
don't...
more about that one, Tim.
Okay, so story. It wasn't my uncle's
What was the
stash.
name?
We moved into a house my senior year. Of high school. Long story there, but my brother and I are getting set up in our bedroom, and we have these grates, you know, for furnace, the ducts, and we're cleaning out this duct because whoever was there before was pretty messy. So we're getting down there. There's like Legos and stuff in there, and we're getting down there. And we reach in, and there's a cassette of VHS in the ducts. And so it's got the label scratched off and everything. It doesn't look like a homemade label. It looks like a real label. And we're like, what is this thing? So we pop it in. At that time, it was like a black box with a VHS TV. We pop it in there, and it's somebody's like 1980s porn VHS. So that we found in our duct. And so that's like when we're talking about Faces of Death, I feel like it's that movie that when it came out, you're like, dude, have you seen that movie? Don't let your parents catch you with it. Like, you kind of pass it around. And so that's why I compare it to like the porn cassette that you find. You don't want everybody to know about that one. And so to me, like, making
Jonathan has said you and your porn stories.
Yeah, I have so many. The one of them.
Do you still have that one tape, Tim?
I don't have that tape.
Yeah, right.
I don't have a VHS player anymore.
You're right.
So I have a cassette player.
Air
But not a
duct?
VHS
Oh my God.
player.
It's in his air duct for sure.
I don't have air ducts in this house, so. Yep. But yeah, making a meta movie about that VHS that you kind of pass around, I do credit for, like, I guess trying to make it modern and like, oh, it's social media now, but I'm kind of tired of all that. But Dylan.
That's kind
Yeah.
of my thought. I am so tired of the social media angle. This whole series was supposed to be a legend, and they're gonna wrap a weird story around it when it was just supposed to be. It's just death over and over again. There's no real. There's a story like a guy talking about it, but it's not anything like this, and that's why it kind of annoys me. Is they're trying to get the new generation in when it's just like try to like relive that the way they like the legend. Do it that way, not it's social media. Ooh, I mean, I was around for the beheading videos and stuff back in the early internet. Like, we're not going to get that back. They need to do something else, you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
could
thought.
I could also agree with you on that. I would say like for those of us who are like were maybe born in the early to mid 80s, you actually couldn't escape this type of content in the early internet days. It was everywhere. I remember an experience of like someone at the local library when I was in elementary school on the website rotten.com, like
Dude,
just
yes, Rotten.
like it was everywhere. When we got to college, like the prank in the dorms was to like send someone just a mystery link, and back then we didn't know, don't click on a random link. We just did it. We're like, what's this? Click on it. And every single time it was something awful, like really just awful. And of course the beheading videos were like equally awful. And these days there's also like live leaks. There's so much of that content that's out. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's unnecessary.
It is, interesting that they're making this movie. I do think it's maybe kind of the found footage conundrum. Like, how do you make a found footage movie that feels authentic? And I mean, not that you want a Faces of Death movie that feels super authentic, but then why make it? I don't understand. It's like, why is this happening? And I feel like the closest maybe that I felt to this was when I watched Red Rooms the past couple years. I don't know if anybody else saw Red Rooms, but that was fantastic.
I thought Red Rooms was excellent. I think this is
Yeah.
going to be like
Excellent.
the stupid version of Red
Yes.
Rooms.
Yeah. So it's like if you want a movie that shows you that unsettling feeling of having watched like a fictionalized snuff film, it's Red Rooms. This feels like you're watching Scream 8 in Faces of Death. I don't know.
Yes. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. Especially now that you like Scream 7 leaned into the internet side of things with the deep fake of the video, and then I feel like this is just taking it that step further. Like, I don't know that I'm sold on this one. I'll wait to hear, like, maybe it's fantastic, and when it comes out people are like, dude, go see it, and I could be persuaded. I'm going for Billy, but or the Red Ranger, depending on how you know him. But yeah, I'm just not. The director, his biggest movie before this was How to Blow Up a Pipeline, so I'm not sure. He did TV series 50 States of Fright, and
I mean, I'm also with Aaron. I'm gonna see this regardless. Like, I am curious to see what they're gonna do with it, even if it just becomes like a straight slasher movie, and you know, someone who's obsessed with the old movie becomes a slasher kind of thing. I'm still down to see it.
I think my concern is, and maybe this is just me being jaded by the internet and sick of the internet, is does this encourage people to go find those videos that scarred us? Does this encourage them to go dig and find things on the internet that honestly I don't think anybody should see real death on screen.
Yeah.
I don't think the human brain was meant to consume that frequently. I do understand the idea behind, it's like the death we talk about in horror movies a lot. There's actually an art to it, and it took me years to understand that, but like the art of creating the prosthetics, the art of figuring out how the camera is going to take to make it look real, the make, all of that is the kills that we see. And that's what I appreciate about them. That's what I think is so awesome or fantastic, is when they pull off something that looks so good, but I know it's not real.
Right. There's a part of your grounded brain that knows it's all fictionalized, and then you kind of don't know how to handle it when you start thinking that it could be real.
No, exactly. I mean, I told Aaron and Jessica a while ago, like, I saw some recent last year people dying on my phone and real people dying on my phone, and I was like, listen, I'm not cut out for that, and I had to
I was
step away.
thinking of that same video probably.
Yeah, like
a prominent figure, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I don't care who it is. I don't like seeing the light leave your eyes. That is uncomfortable for me. And I put my phone away for a while. I told you guys all behind the scenes, like I lock myself out of social media except for an hour a day because that really affected me. So I don't know, like, does this movie send people to find that stuff online? I don't know. Is it going to have that message? Even if it has that message that like, oh, we shouldn't be seeing this, this is terrible, there are going to be those people who watch it and seek it out. And
it's still introduced.
Movies don't make psychos. Movies make psychos more creative. If people want to go find that stuff,
that sounds so
they're gonna go find
familiar.
that stuff. Seeing a movie isn't going to change anything at all.
People are going to search for that. We're going to do it regardless of this.
That's true. That is true.
I think so.
Who did we just lose? Okay, Matthew's back. Alrighty, so then we're gonna start to wrap this up with our closing sections. The other big thing that happened this month saw the end of an era, and so we're just gonna take a moment to remember Joe Bob Briggs and The Last Drive-In and talk about what Joe Bob meant for you as a horror fan, what he did for you. If you're unfamiliar with him, that's fine. But if somebody wants to take off, and we do have the silver lining they were calling it, and I'm like, no, still kind of mad about that. But we get 4 upcoming specials that just feel kind of like almost insulting in a way. Like, oh, cool, you canceled it, but wait, we're gonna give you 4 more specials.
The real silver lining is that after next year, like January 1st, he's free, and I mean, I think they're going to move it somewhere else. But you really got to wonder about Shudder. I mean, they just spent 2 years reconfiguring his schedule to keep subscribers, right? I mean, they did the thing where it's like, oh, we'll do a longer season of one movie every week, and then they did this year where it was like every month to keep people subscribed the whole year, and then that ended, and they canned him, and it's like, I have a friend that thinks AMC looks at Shudder as a liability and that they want to get rid of it, and I'm really starting to think that might be the case.
Interesting, because to me, based on AMC Plus, Shudder is the only thing that makes them money.
Yeah, but if the thing that always bothered me about AMC Plus is, so I always pay for Shudder. I'm an annual subscriber. I have been since 2018. Joe Bob Briggs is one of the reasons that I am, and I just feel like. I don't know. AMC Plus, you can pay for AMC Plus and get all the Shudder content, right? So I know people that are like, why the hell would I subscribe to Shudder when I can just get AMC? So that right there is a disadvantage to Shudder. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you do have AMC Plus, I've subscribed a couple times to see something. They have more videos. Like, Shudder will put movies like The Prowler back on after taking it off, but they won't put the Joe Bob episode back on. It's really maddening, but I do think they punched down on Shudder, so I don't know.
I canceled my Shudder when they doubled their prices and weren't really like, they doubled their prices and now they're canceling Joe Bob. You gotta hook me in again, man. I canceled Shudder about it always renewed in Halloween, and I canceled it this year. So I'm using I actually have AMC Plus by some accident, so that's how I'm watching The Last Joe Bob. But yeah, all the Shudders on AMC Plus. I don't watch anything on the AMC Plus side. I just go down to the little Shudder icon, and that's where it's at. They have a whole icon for The Walking Dead for the people still watching The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Oh God.
Right.
But yeah, so thoughts on Joe Bob and what he meant for you. I can tell you, I started my horror journey late. As some of you know, I grew up in a very religious household. We weren't allowed to watch a whole lot of anything. And so my discovery of horror movies, especially older horror movies, really only started about 5 or 6 years ago. And Joe Bob was the one I would go to for those. If Joe Bob had it, it was worth checking out. So he would have those great recommendations, but I loved the behind the scenes information, and that's what made each of those movies so much better. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know about Chopping Mall, which is one of my favorites. I love Chopping Mall, but it's also a great Joe Bob episode. But that, I'm gonna miss that. Who do I go to? I hope, like Shawn said, I want him back. Where is that gonna be? I don't know, but I hope he's back soon, because I want to go to him for that next recommendation.
Yeah. I think everyone could agree that we wouldn't be doing this without Joe Bob. Like, that's what I aspire to be. And when he followed me on Instagram, I was the happiest I've ever been. I wanted to frame the follow. I was like, no way, dude. And I'm just going to miss him. He was great. He is horror to me.
Yeah. I screenshotted when he followed the Dread broadcast. I screenshotted that, and I think I sent it to Jessica and Aaron.
Yep.
I was like, "What? I made it!
We did it!
Yes!"
Yeah. We had a similar situation when he followed the Gutted Horror podcast.
Yes.
I screenshot it. I was like elated for a full week. I was like, I can't believe it.
We met him and Darcy at a horror convention, and
Yeah.
Darcy said that she's the one who manages the
She's
social media, so she's the one who's supporting us all.
But the two of them, they are a great team. And like when we go to horror cons, we don't typically go to like the
celebrity.
So that's like, I just feel uncomfortable doing it for the most part. But then when I saw Joe Bob and Darcy the Mail,
We had to.
I got so nervous. But like they're such wonderful people, and they're a wealth of knowledge, and they rip off each other wonderfully. Darcy's so clever, and Joe Bob is just a wealth of information, and I'm definitely gonna miss
It was pretty cool, yeah.
He reminds me of a Texas that no longer exists. That I miss very much.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else has Joe Bob stories.
I didn't grow up with them because I didn't have cable, but yeah, like in 2018, I just happened to land on that first marathon, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is or whatever, and I love people that can talk intelligently about the dumb shit that I like.
Yeah,
and
yes,
his on that marathon, I think it's still on Shudder. The episode with demons where he breaks down the Demon franchise is one of my favorite things of all time. And yeah, it just, I mean, he's definitely like, there's some movies where I'm like, I can't even watch this, even if Joe Bob is doing it. Like, there's been a couple where I'm like, oh God, but he's just wonderful. And Tim, I'm with you. I hope on January 2nd, they announce, hey, we're going to be on Night Flight or Screamify or what's the other one? What's the
Screambox.
Yeah, Scream, whatever. Whoever picks them up, like, please, because
it wouldn't take much to get me back to Night Flight. Night Flight, though, the user interface on Night Flight sucks. I did subscribe to Night Flight for a year. It's got a great selection, but there's no at least when I had it a year ago, there's no continue watching. So if you don't finish the movie, you have to start at the beginning again and fast forward.
Ew.
It's awful. It is awful. So the user interface on Night Flight sucks. If they fixed it, that would be worth it, because there's also a lot of cool music on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool just drive-in films, not even horror, stuff like that. But yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, Shawn.
No.
All right. So, Aaron, I know you have these. I didn't tell you to have them prepared, but do you have?
I have the Piranha.
Yeah, yes,
Leprechaun.
thank you.
I have them right here. Yes.
Let me
upside down.
Let's put you in the hot seat so you can show off.
Okay, which one do you want to see first? So I've got the Scream Factory.
Leprechaun.
Yes, Leprechaun, please.
Leprechaun.
Fantastic steelbook. Check
Wow,
out the slip cover on this. So it's got the coins,
Wow.
and then you open it up, and there is the Leprechaun.
That's
And on the
amazing.
back, it's got a bunch of shamrocks. Yeah, what an amazing steelbook from Lionsgate. They're really killing it.
So,
with,
is that the whole franchise or just the first movie?
It's just the first movie.
Okay.
So then they can put out a steelbook for another $50 for each one.
Yeah.
Maybe not In the Hood. Was that like 4?
In the Hood is freaking hilarious.
I have
So good.
Back through the Hood, come on.
right here.
So good.
Yeah, that's the one that we have. Yeah, we had to go bang for our buck.
Yeah. Jennifer Aniston at his finest.
I tend to think all of the Leprechaun movies are hilarious, but that's just me.
They are.
They are. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. And then the Piranha Steelbook. I think this is Screen Factory.
Yeah, I just rewatched that last week. It's a great little movie. That's
I
a
haven't opened it
Roger
yet.
Corman classic, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. I don't know what the back artwork looks like. I haven't opened it, but I can open it if you want to.
Oh, we're getting an opening. Live opening of Piranha. This wasn't planned.
Let's see. Here we go. The anticipation.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God! It's
Slower,
awesome.
slower. No,
Look at that.
Oh, that is sweet.
That's awesome.
The inside. That is awesome. I need that one.
Wow.
That one's Shout Factory, right?
It
Or Screen Factory.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm so glad you.
I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
I'm
look
so
at
glad you
that.
saved that for this moment, Aaron.
That's so cool. Does anyone else have this one yet? No.
I need it now.
I was eyeballing it at Walmart the other day.
You should get it. Screen Factory, they put out Dead Silence. I just got this one, and The Dead Zone.
That's why I have that puppet behind me. Is Dead Silence right here.
Oh.
I have a ventriloquist puppet right there.
Yeah, you know they're remaking that one. They had just announced
Yeah.
that.
Yes. And I got some cool Terrifier media books. Can I just show them quickly?
Yeah, and then you don't have it. It's I don't think it's out yet, but go ahead.
These are Turbine editions that I got from Valoria Video. I think he still has some of them left. This one is, I don't know if I can show it.
Yeah, cover that.
Then the third one's not as exciting, but it's still cool.
I'm gonna have to edit this so much after between the scary movie trailer. This,
I think that's all I got. Is anyone a fan of the Haunting of Hill House? I got Big Lady.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Oh,
how cool is that?
And Mike Flanagan, we trust.
Little kid over here.
So the
All right, I'll
the
stop
other
there.
the other one that was released. Did you get the other one? The 4K Salem's Lot.
I did not get that. I need
from
to.
Arrow Video.
No, my God, I dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's one that I need because the new Salem's Lot movie. How did we feel about the new Salem's Lot movie?
I heard it's horrible. I didn't watch it.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was
I liked
decent.
it, but it wasn't amazing.
So
Yeah.
I would say yes. I probably like a 3 out of 5 stars for me. It wasn't offensively bad. It was too pretty. It was like polished to a shiny sheen, and I kind of hated that about it. I thought there were some cool ideas, but man, the 1979 TV movies, excellent. I want to see that 4K.
I want to show one more. I lied.
Oh, yeah.
Ugly Stepsister.
Really nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Movies from last year.
Yes.
Fantastic film. If you haven't
Yes.
seen it.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
That's my favorite from last year.
Is that last one from? Who's that last one from?
Second Sight edition. It's the
Second
thick
Sight, okay.
edition.
It's
Nice.
the book Kelsi mentioned earlier. Second Sight.
The worm egg.
Yes, exactly. I like to keep the themes. It's a theme of tonight's show.
Everything is connected. Everything is connected.
Oh man! All right, cool. Thank you for letting me show off for a little bit.
Absolutely, we got to keep our physical media section, even though it's at the back. It's got to be a part of every episode. So we're ending. Each of you, I gave you the itinerary before. You have a brief moment to recommend one thing from the month that you think needs more attention or we didn't cover. What's something this month in horror that you want to talk about? We can go first, but I don't want to put you on the spot if you're not ready.
I'll go first.
Okay, Jessica.
Forbidden Fruits. People need to go see Forbidden Fruits. It's fantastic. There were 2 people in the theater when I saw it. I was crushed. But it's really, really, really good. And for anybody who doesn't know what it is, it's witchy, Diablo Cody produced horror comedy. It takes place in a mall set in Texas. Did not know that. Was very pleased to find out. Victoria Pedretti is in this. She is fantastic. Just all around good time. about 45 minutes in, I was like, wow, there's not a lot of horror in this horror. And then it got really violent for a while. So all around, not like, it's not, gonna beat Jennifer's Body, but I liked it more than I like Lisa Frankenstein.
What can beat Jennifer's Body?
Nothing.
Right. Exactly.
Jennifer's Body 2, if that happens, but we'll see. I remain skeptical.
It's announced.
Yeah.
I remain skeptical of the quality of it.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Okay, he's got. Aleece, did you have it?
I don't know when this came out. I think it came out this year at some point. I don't know if it was this month or the previous, but I streamed it, I think, on Shudder. It's called Honey Bunch. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
Oh, Honey Bunch was 5 out of 5, man. I love it.
So good. So give it a watch if you haven't watched Honey Bunch. I really enjoyed it. Nice little psychological what's going on kind of a movie. And I think it's made by a real life couple, writer, director, perhaps. They did a movie called Violation, which I haven't seen yet, but
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm meaning to watch it, but Honey Bunch, good. I liked it. Give it a watch.
Diana in Honey Bunch, she just made a new movie. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Living Dead Girl or something like that, but I want to catch that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, Grace Lewicki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead Lover. Is that the one?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like all by her. So I was like, I'm excited for that.
She does a fantastic job. She has such a nice naturalistic quality that's not I don't know, not comparable to many of the actresses that you see in horror films or in movies in general. It's just a very like non-actory quality, if you know what I mean. Very naturalistic. I enjoyed her.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who's next? I know Shawn Baker had one that he was talking about before.
Yeah.
Put you on the spot.
They Will Kill You. I've seen it twice in the theater now. I want to see it again. And it really, there's a lot of comparison to Ready or Not, but I felt like this is the movie that gave me what I kind of want at the end of the Ready or Nots that they don't quite give me. This, I mean, it's Ready or Not and Kill Bill, like in a blender. Ooh. I mean, the opening 15 minutes, I wasn't super sold. I did not like it, but I was like, okay, it's fine. And then there's a fight scene that happens, and I'm like, wait, oh my God. And it's unabashedly referencing Kill Bill. And I really thought it was a good combination. It is bloody as hell. There's a scene, I'll just say the fire axe scene, nothing's going to beat that for the rest of the year. I would be very surprised. So I see it in the theater.
You had my attention at Kill Bill, and then you sealed it with fire axe.
I'm telling you, this scene is so well choreographed. It's oh my God, it's breathtaking. So yeah, They Will Kill You.
All right,
cool.
Can I go Matt, go.
Oh, okay. I got a screener for a movie. It doesn't actually release in theaters until April 8th. It's going to be under the radar, but I love creature features. I got a chance to watch a movie called Mermaid. It was enjoyable. I have to say, it's quirky. It's kind of a black comedy. Not too much on the horror side, but I definitely think the cast was really good. It'll sneak up on you, and it's definitely one I recommend. I always love it when I get a chance to watch something that isn't on my radar, and I really don't think this will be on a lot of people's radars, but the creature design in this is actually a treat, and I love movies like that. So I definitely recommend someone go check out and support movies like this, but look up the synopsis for Mermaid, and I think you'll be surprised by the cast on it.
Is this the one with what's his name, T-1000 in it?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's multiple movies. There's two movies within recent 2026 to 2025. But yeah, okay, got it. Cool.
All right, Dylan, you had one?
All right, so this one I saw it at Unnamed Footage Fest 9. It's coming out on Found TV April 7th, so completely free. It's called Primal Darkness. It's a found footage movie. It's set in the high desert. Literally was shot around my house and down the hill a little bit. It's by Dylan Brown. He made the Tahoe Joe series. Super cool dude. So I want to support this guy. Just go out. Found TV, April 7th. Watch it. It is peak found footage. It is so good.
We are trying to get some of the.
I really liked it.
Some of the curators on Found TV to come on an episode.
Oh yeah, Monica and Louie.
Yeah. So we'll get that arranged.
Cool.
Yeah, so I interviewed Dylan Brown twice, and he sent me the screener for that like 6 months ago. I'm so happy to hear it's coming out. Yeah, I'll reach out to him. That's awesome.
It's so good. I'm wearing the shirt.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you totally are. That's awesome.
I have to.
Yeah, he's cool. I love what he's doing. The whole Tahoe Joe films and all that. I have 3 quick ones. I'm going to do it really fast. The first one is called Itch. It's about a rage virus that causes an uncontrollable itch and a lot of violence. You may have seen it already. I did get a screener for that. I believe it's coming out next month. There's another found footage kind of documentary style movie that's called Hunting Matthew Nichols. The first hour it's a slow burn, but the last half an hour, it's like Blair Witch quality. It's really messed up. So check that out. And I'm very excited about this one, Looky Loo 2. Because I think when I came on the very first time I talked about Looky Loo.
Yes, you did.
I was so excited about the first one. So Looky Loo 2 is done. I think it's at festivals. I got the screener from the director and I've watched about an hour of it. And it's just as shocking and disturbing as the first one. And I kind of love it. So speaking of like Faces of Death, they've... Oh, you watched it too? Looky Loo 2?
Yeah, I watched it for UFF 9. Yeah, I watched it. It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, it's even better than the first. Yeah. So anyway, those are my 3.
Awesome. Kelsi, do you have one?
I have. Is it okay to say new to me? If it's everything I do,
Yes.
I'm stuck in the past. I'm never going to have anything current.
You can talk about whatever you want for this little segment.
I live in the past, man. You're stuck with some clown from the 60s. It's from Seinfeld. I just read
I watch
book.
Seinfeld every night. So.
I love Seinfeld. I just read a book for a reading like or living like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life vlog, and the concept was to like read weird shit or zany stuff or like with some humor. So I found this book called Tales from the Gas Station, Volume 1. The audiobook is incredible. There's one voice that sounds like Mrs. Bighead. That was a coincidence, a great coincidence. I gave it 5 stars. Basically, this dude, he's an unreliable narrator working at a gas station. All this weird cosmic stuff starts to happen. It's like a series of like 6 books now, I think. And I usually don't care about series, but I'm going to continue. Basically, just like weird thing after weird thing happened, which doesn't sound that great when I'm not selling it as much as I should, but it's fantastic. And if you like Rocco, I think it had Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life vibes. And that's why I read it for my vlog.
Awesome. What was that called again?
Tales from the Gas Station, Volume 1 by Jack Townsend.
Okay.
The website looks like it's straight from the 90s. It's crazy. It looks so old.
Awesome. Well, that wraps up the Dread broadcast for March, our March recap. So thank you for those. We had quite a bit of people watching live, hanging out in the chat. Thank you for being there. Let us know what you think of the new format compared to what we were doing. I want to hear about it. And same for, I'll talk to you guys behind the scenes. I want to hear what you guys thought of it. But I'm going to go through, plug what you do, where people can find you, what you have coming up this month. And everybody can take a little moment. I'm just going to go from the corner down the screen. So, Aaron, where can people find you? What you've got coming up? Yep, that's you.
Yes, exactly. I'll do it quickly. You can find me on YouTube, A&B Horror Movies. I'm also on Instagram at A&B Horror Movies and Aaron's Movies 8587, where I talk about all my physical media and geek out a little bit on the Instagram page. I do a lot of interviews on A&B Horror Movies. I just posted an interview today for Big Bad Betty, which is a fun creature feature directed by Justin Sulham. And I also had Ray Bruce and Rhea Areola on, so the two of the lead cast members on. I got that totally wrong. I recently, just quickly, Ravioli, right?
Yeah.
The Mortuary Assistant with Jeremiah Kipp. I posted that recently. The Demon with Matt Davino and David Yohe. Man Finds Tape with Paul Ganderson and Peter Hall. And I got to chat with the Addams Family, Toby Poser and John Adams, which was absolutely fantastic.
Toby is wonderful.
It
Love
was
her.
so much fun. Yeah, about
Love
Mother of Flies. I think I talked about Stalker Jane recently. I did interview the director and the cast, 3 cast members of that, so that's coming out soon. Watchdog with Elsie Holt, Wes Robinson, and Cheney Morrow. I interviewed those guys too. That's coming up. And I've got a bunch here, but I'm just going to say one more. Martin Portlock, who was Peter Pan in Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I got to sit down with him, which was just fantastic. So stay tuned. I've got some really exciting videos coming up. And this Sunday, I have a live stream with horror authors. I know it's Easter, but we are going to be talking about our favorite 1970s horrors. That's with Matt Forgit and Brandon Paris Sanchez, and I will leave it at that.
Okay. Aaron is so prolific. You have so many interviews and videos coming out all the time.
Take a breath.
Yeah, it's impressive stuff. I'll go next.
Thank you.
I'm Tim at The Average Reviews. Jonathan is usually with us tonight, and he's my co-host. We are not as prolific as Aaron. We do one video every other week. So, but next week, or not next week, tomorrow night, live again, we are reviewing Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. So we're talking about that one. Cool. What we do different, that is the last one in our Sword and Sorcery series that we kicked off with Kelsi and talked about Willow. But then after that, we're doing Dead Heat. For anybody who remembers Dead Heat, love that movie, we need a guest. So if you like Dead Heat, let me know. But what we do different on our show is we invite the audience to review it live with us. So you can hop in the comments, score the movie with us, and we'll read your feedback as we go. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on The Average Reviews, we're talking Masters of the Universe. Kelsi.
I'm over at Kelsi's Nostalgic Life on YouTube. The artist formerly known as Slime and Slashers. That was my old YouTube name. But yeah, I'm Kelsi's Nostalgic Life now. I'm really leaning into the nostalgia, but that's always been there in the background. By the way, Jonathan, I see your comment about the audiobook. If you do download the audiobook, download the Mr. Creepypasta narrated one. There's a full cast one. I would do the Mr. Creepypasta one if you want the Mrs. Big Head voice. Anyway, for me, what I have going on, tomorrow is April 1st, as the time this is airing live. I am really excited. It's the start of my event called Old School April. It is an online event. It's free. It's open to everybody. Anybody could join. It's technically a competitive, I don't even know what to call it. You could call it, we've got reading prompts, we've got watching prompts, we've got activity prompts, like go to a nostalgic locale. If you want to compete, you can earn points by doing that, or by eating Dunkaroos. You could earn points, like one book could hit 10 of our prompts and you could earn 10 points for that. One movie could hit 6 prompts and you earn 6 points for that. But we also have a non-competitive team, and the whole theme is Mall Madness this year. So every year it's a different theme, and the winner gets to help decide next year's theme. So this year it's Mall Madness. We got Mall Rats as the non-competitive team. We've got Food Court, that's my team. We've got Fashion Freaks, Record Store Rockers, and Arcade Punks. And you don't have to join a team to participate, but please, the announcement videos on my channel, it's all about community. It's about people connecting together. We've got a Discord. I'm going to be playing cartoons tomorrow morning on the Discord. I'm going to be streaming all day on YouTube for the kickoff. It's a really great community, and I'm trying to grow it. So if you're interested and you like old school shit, like, that's my life. That is me. That is what the event's all about, is embracing a better, more, simple time in life. And no matter when you're nostalgic for, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, you can celebrate that brand of nostalgia because our prompts are so broad. So sorry, that was a long speech, but please check it out if you're interested, please.
Sign me up for the Record Store Rockers. That sounds like the one I want to be part of.
Heck yeah.
Jessica, do you have anything coming up this month that we should know about?
No, I don't have anything coming up at all.
Yeah.
No, I have 2 books coming out this year. The first one is in May 5th, Fatally Yours. That one is Father of the Bride Meets Serial Mom. And the arcs are finally out. People are finally reading it. And the word unhinged keeps coming back over and over and over again, which I'm very proud of. And then September 22nd, Tastes Like Candy 2. It's batshit crazy. That's what we got.
I just finished Tastes Like Candy 2, and it's fantastic. It's so good. Next, we are talking. Next month.
Yeah.
We are going to deep dive into Fatally Yours. Jessica provided the regulars here with advanced copy, so we're going to be talking about that one. Hopefully 2 months gives you at least time to skim it, if that's how you read. But
it is a very quick, painless read.
It's okay. I know when I read the first version, back when it was Mother Dear, it reminded me of, and maybe I'm wrong, it's just what I associate it with because I don't know the other movies, but it was like Arrested Development, the classic sitcom with murder. With slasher kills and
I didn't have that in my head, but after you told me that, I realized it's not Arrested Development, it's Schitt's Creek with murder.
Oh my god, yeah.
Katie Rose is basically David Rose if he started killing people.
I love that. It was a 5-star for me when I read it as its first version. I cannot wait to read this new edition. I'm excited.
It was hilarious. It was brutal. It's a ton of fun. So I'm excited to read this new version.
Yes,
so yes, and TLC2 is it's
and Tastes Like Candy 2. Tastes Like Candy 2. This is not the original Tastes Like Candy 2. I decided to reboot it because why not? It's a slasher. It's a completely different execution of the same story, but now it kind of reads as my goal was Freddy versus Jason meets what everyone wanted Megan 2 to be.
I love that.
I would say I just thought TLC2 was brilliant. So you know that I messaged you that. I was like, everything, it works. It's so good. So I'm excited for that one to get out.
I'm excited for people to read them. Yes.
And then I'm excited for, that's down the road anyways.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Let's have Aleece and Tony. What have you got coming up this month?
We just finished our Gash Awards, the gutted awards for snubbed horror in reaction to the Oscars. And it just got posted today, I believe. So it's on audio platforms as well as YouTube. Yay. So there is, video on YouTube. You watched it? Yay.
I haven't watched it yet. I did see it was posted and I was like, okay, adding that to my queue. I'll get to it at work tomorrow. But that was my most anticipated video. I love the Gash Awards. So.
We love giving awards to things.
Yeah, it's a regular thing in our episodes where we give like a best intestine award, second kidney, first aid kit, and they all have different like bring a character back, best death, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also threw in all of the classic awards, so best makeup, best score, soundtrack, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So and we had fun doing it, and of course, our top 10 list is heavily influenced, or the Gash Awards were heavily influenced by our own top 10 list for the year. But you might see a lot of Ugly Stepsister and 28 Years Later for nominations in there.
But it's just a fun way for us to talk about a bunch of different horror movies in one format, and kind of like what they did well. And not just like an overall what our favorites were, but more specifically what we liked about it.
Since they're often not honored in the bigger awards circuits, even though a lot was honored this year in the awards circuit.
Yeah, so we're on YouTube, we're on all the audio platforms. The main social media platform we use is Instagram, although we are on TikTok, but I don't really use it often. It's just there. Yeah. Instagram is the best way to find us. I Got It Horror Podcast.
Yeah, and we are kind of on like an every other week format now, so we'll have another episode hopefully in 2 weeks.
All right. It's my dream to see the Gash episode be like a live stream ceremony where you have celebrity guests come out. Yeah, just a whole thing.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. I want it to be the industry standard.
That would be. I mean, there's no production value in this award. It's just us like kind of rifling off.
We actually did have a grand plan to send you guys a ballot, and we just ran out of time. So it's like we are the voting committee.
Yeah.
Next year.
Next year, we're on it.
Next year, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Dylan, where can people find you? What have you got coming up?
You can find me on horror.cult on pretty much everything except YouTube. I had to do horror_cult. Just follow me. Yeah, I know. It messed me up.
Hate when that happens.
I do movie reviews. I do game reviews. I do podcast reviews, all the reviews. But this month, I should have my first episode of an analog horror series that I'm making based off of fast food mascots, but not like the new mascots, the old creepy ones, like the old creepy Ronald McDonald.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I'm hoping to get that out episode 1 this month. I'm going to be going to shoot for, I don't know if anybody knows about lore and stuff around like Nevada, but the Pyramid Water Babies, I'm planning to shoot a little short film about them. And then I have a Looky Lou-esque short that I'm going to be shooting, but it's Looky Lou-esque, but I won't go further than that. So, going to be a busy month for sure.
Don't get arrested doing it.
It's all going to be around my house, so
Okay, perfect.
it should be okay. My wife might hate me, but whatever.
Recording somebody through their windows, right?
Yeah.
The neighbors going, what is going on with this guy?
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm going to be in the bushes and stuff. So I'm like, uh-oh.
Well, someone called the cops on those guys for the first Looky Lou, and they had to explain, we're making a movie. It's an actress.
It'd be good B-roll, just the cops rolling up.
We've got a giant camera out here just filming the window. That's surely not suspicious. Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, Shawn, the Horror Vision. What have you got?
So Horror Vision, we're on Instagram. The episodes, we do at least one a week, sometimes as many as 3, because I've come to realize that podcasting or making these shows is how I deal with existential terror, which is, always in our lives. But so we're on YouTube. We're on all the streaming platforms, which I guess now there's pretty much just 2, right? Apple and Spotify. My book, Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, it's a teenage giallo that came out a couple months ago. That's still out there. And I'm doing Drinking with Comics once a week, roughly, which is just me and another guy. We drink good beer and we talk about all kinds of comic books. So that's where I am.
I was going to ask you what the name of that one was because I need to add it because I also watch a bunch of comic book stuff. So I'm just a pretty well-rounded individual, I guess.
Just a nerd.
Hiking videos, comic book videos. I watch them all. I got horror.
Maybe we'll
videos.
do a video for you where we'll go hiking and drink and watch and read comics.
Dude, I've tried drinking and hiking, and it's not a good time.
No, it's not.
I get really burpy. It's just not fun. Yeah, unfortunately, I have tried. All right, Matthew, Horror Madness, what have you got?
All right, guys, I'm very excited to be back. I took like a 2-month hiatus, but I'm back better than ever. I am Horror Madness 0055 on TikTok and Instagram. Huge supporter of indie horror. One of the founding members of Cinema Society Saturday. So if you like the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday, we went from 8 founding members to 70 plus creators now. I love that group. I am going to ramp up Creature Madness again, where I watch some of my favorite creature features and have some friends do reviews with me. I'm very proud to announce on YouTube, I was in my very first short film, Do Not Disturb, on Fearopoly Films. I would love to hear your feedback. I lived out a dream of being killed in a movie. I will be posting a review for Yeti. I did get a screener for that, so I'm excited about that one as well. And I got about 6 films as a partner with Cranked Up TV to watch and review this month. So very, very busy comeback for me. And I appreciate all y'all's support and everyone that has been along for my journey over the last couple months. So much love to y'all for that as well.
Awesome. Glad you're back, man. So that concludes our episode. Again, the format change. Let us know what you think. Comments, let us know. message me when you message the Dread Broadcast on Instagram. That goes to me, by the way. So you're talking to me. Let us know what you think. Let's see some feedback. I had a ton of fun. I loved the conversation. Love hanging out with all of you and just getting to talk about the highlights of the month. So thank all of you for being here, taking the time out again. I try to keep it as minimally invasive as possible, but there's a lot to coordinate with this many people. So I do have to reach out quite a bit. So again, thank you all. And anybody have last words? Is that it?
Thank you.
Okay. See you next month.